Certainly. Here is a story about Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, covering his life and legacy. The life and legacy of Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, born on August 28, 1749 in Frankfurt, Germany, was one of the most prominent figures in world literature and an influential thinker of his time. He was not only a poet and playwright but also a scientist, philosopher, and politician. Goethe's curiosity and passion for knowledge led him to make groundbreaking contributions in various fields, leaving an impact that resonates to this day. Goethe was born into a well-off family with a father who was a lawyer and a mother who fostered his love for storytelling. From a young age, Goethe was a voracious reader and showed a keen interest in various subjects. He studied law at the University of Leipzig and later at the University of Strasbourg, but his heart was always inclined toward the arts and literature. Early literary success. In his early 20s, Goethe gained national fame with the publication of his novel The Sorrows of Young Werther in 1774. This book, a semi-autobiographical account of a young man's intense, unrequited love and tragic end, resonated deeply with readers and sparked what became known as Werther fever across Europe. The novel was an embodiment of the Sturm und Drang, storm and stress, movement which emphasized strong emotions, individuality, and a rejection of the constraints of society. Werther's passionate nature and melancholy resonated with young people, leading many to see Goethe as the voice of a generation. Life in Weimar. After his early success, Goethe moved to Weimar in 1775, where he became a close friend and advisor to Duke Karl August. He held various administrative roles, overseeing tasks such as mining, roads, and military reforms. His work in Weimar solidified his interest in science, particularly in botany, geology, and optics. Goethe published numerous scientific works, most notably Theory of Colors, 1810, in which he offered his views on color and visual perception, challenging the ideas of Isaac Newton. Despite his responsibilities, Goethe continued to write, and his time in Weimar brought forth some of his most mature works, including Iphigenia in Taurus and Egmont. He also developed a deep friendship with Friedrich Schiller, another great German writer and philosopher. The two men shared ideas, critiqued each other's work, and together elevated German literature to new heights. Faust and the Quest for Understanding. Goethe's masterpiece, Faust, is considered one of the greatest works of Western literature. He worked on Faust throughout his life, completing the first part in 1808 and the second in 1832, just before his death. The story of Faust follows a man who, dissatisfied with his life and knowledge, makes a pact with the devil, Mephistopheles, in a quest for ultimate understanding and fulfillment. Faust is both a deeply philosophical work and a critique of human ambition, love, and the search for meaning. It delves into themes of morality, redemption, and the limits of human knowledge. Goethe's portrayal of Faust's journey highlights his own lifelong quest for self-knowledge and his insights into the human condition. Faust would go on to inspire countless writers, philosophers, and artists worldwide. Legacy and influence. Goethe died on March 22, 1832 at the age of 82, leaving behind an unparalleled body of work. His influence extended beyond literature. He contributed to philosophy, science, and the arts. His ideas on nature, perception, and the individual's place in the world influenced thinkers like Friedrich Nietzsche, Carl Jung, and even Charles Darwin. Goethe's legacy lives on in the cultural institutions that celebrate his work, such as the Goethe Institute, which promotes the German language and culture worldwide. His writings continue to be read and admired for their depth, beauty, and wisdom, and his life serves as a reminder of the power of curiosity, creativity, and the unending pursuit of knowledge. Here are 20 quotes attributed to Johann Wolfgang von Goethe in English. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. A man sees in the world what he carries in his heart. Daring ideas are like chessmen moved forward. They may be beaten, but they may start a winning game. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least. Whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. The greatest thing in this world is not so much where we stand as in what direction we are moving. We must always change, renew, rejuvenate ourselves. Otherwise, we harden. He who is firm and resolute in will molds the world to himself. Talent develops in quiet, character in the torrent of the world. To think is easy, to act is hard. But the hardest thing in the world is to act in accordance with your thinking. A person hears only what they understand. Dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. Life belongs to the living, and he who lives must be prepared for changes. In nature we never see anything isolated, but everything in connection with something else. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain as he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. None are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. Every day one should at least hear one little song, read one good poem, see one fine painting, and if possible, speak a few sensible words. These quotes reflect Goethe's thoughts on self-belief, action, change, and the complexity of human nature.